guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the NucleaRom version 4, latest one for 17 September 2017 for a review. And I have been trying to make a NucleaRom review for quite some time now, and yeah, I guess this is today, and I will be publishing this, so you will be seeing this. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So guys, the NucleaRom is a very popular ROM amongst people who wants to use a custom ROM. It's a really great ROM for the most part. It does have almost a really good feature list. It does have Google Camera. It does have RAW support. It does have a lot of things going on for it. So I do really like this ROM a lot. So let's get started now. First of all, in the settings menu, in the settings, you can see in the about phone page, it is NucleaRom, so you can go through the changelog here. Apart from that, statuses, it is 7.1.2, so it's not transitioned into Oreo yet. NucleaRom version is 4.0.8, so that is the latest version. It is official. It does have the September security patches, which is cool. That is the latest one which is available. SLA status is enforcing, so that's also nice to have. This ROM is a lineage based ROM. There is no surprise on that. But it does have a lot of features which I personally like a lot. So let's get started with the features then. First of all, in the feature section, nuclear setting. Now, this ROM does not come with Magisk or Substratum. I installed that personally. It does have full OMS support, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's get to the settings menu. In the settings menu, you do have a color engine, so that is going to give it a little bit more mark when it comes to aesthetics, so that is pretty cool. It does have color engine, which is the same as PA color engine, so you do have that. You can customize everything there. It does work out really well. Apart from that, touch screen gestures are available, and you can customize that as in Lineage, so that's pretty nice. Three finger gestures, dashboard style can be customized, so any of that, so that's pretty nice to have also. Clear button, Omni switch is available. Quick setting panel, you do have tile customization. No scrollable tiles or small tile quick setting customization, so that's just a bummer, but you do have other options for the layout. So yeah, in the advanced one, you do have a few options here, so that's also available. Quick animation settings are also available on this one. Now swiping to the right, you do have lock screen options, so you can have lock screen messages, lock screen shortcuts, double tap to lock screen, fingerprint unlock, which is amazing. I really like that. That's available. Show weather, clock and weather widget like C clock, it is available, and you can customize that. Status bar option, you do have network traffic indicator, which is a basic one, but it does do the job. You do have indicators for super use, super SU, roaming indicator, and warning color. Clock customizations are available, but it doesn't have battery customizations like battery bar and anything like that. You can enable circle or and also the percentage enabler, that is available, but that is a lineage settings than anything else. Now, apart from that, you do have advanced restart. DPI bit can be customized by a number rather than just a slider, so that's really cool. Show CPU info, so you can see that. That's also available. Screenshot sound, and you have nuclear zone where you have all the options available. So it is using a kernel named radioactive kernel, which is really cool. You do have access to it as a standalone kernel if you do want to use that. So that's it in the extra settings menu. In the display options, you do have live display, which is a lineage feature, and that does work out really well. Prevent accidental wake up. Font size, display size can be customized. Again, color engine is available here also, which you can customize from here. Sound option, the same thing as Lineage, so nothing special going on here. Button customization is available where you can customize the nav bar button and also power button. Also the home button, reset button, and volume button can be customized, so that's also there. You do have keyboard cursor control, which you can customize here. Custom control playback is also available, which is really nice to have. Additional buttons, the slider does work out, so that is really cool. I really appreciate that. And in the status bar options, you do have quick pull down, enable or disable. Clock setting can be customized. Battery indicator, you can have the style and also the percentage inside the icon, outside the icon. You can customize that. Brightness slider by sliding across the status bar is available, so that's also really cool. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the features section. So as you probably have already seen, features are pretty good. There are a lot of features available. It's nowhere near to the most feature-rich ROMs available like Zenity or the previous Phoenix AEX ROM, but it is still there, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for features. Now comes the battery life. The battery life for me was kind of average. You can pretty much see, right now it is showing 20% and 2.56. I'm not really sure about that, but On an average, I measured this, I got about a 14% of on-screen drain and 1.7% of idle drain, which is normal, which is what I would consider as a normal drain for this device. So nothing special going on here. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 for battery life. Now the performance. For some strange reason, Antutu benchmark is not working correctly. It's always giving me force close issues. It has been giving me force close issues for some ROMs now. I had it on my previous ROM. There seems to be something wrong with it. So I will not be able to judge this on the basis of this one because I really cannot say that. So I'm gonna say it's almost same as the last ROM which I tested, which is Open Beta XXX No Limits ROM. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for performance again because I think it is really good. I have played a few games with it. Underwater Shark game, I've played that. No issues at all. So I think it's gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for performance. Now the stability of the ROM, it's pretty much stable. Now the ROMs in Nougat are at their final stages and almost every ROM is as stable as they can be. And I think it just does all the way. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for stability. Now the camera, it does have 3 camera packages. You do have Gcam, which is great, and that is the latest version with the developer option and advanced option, experimental features like RAW support and all that. It works out really well. Also, the camera also has the 60 FPS mod, so that should work out. Also, 30 FPS isn't dark, so that is also really cool to have. So everything works out really well. I really like that. The camera package is really comprehensive. It does have Oxygen OS camera also with RAW support, so you do get the full RAW option also. That does work out really well. Apart from that, it also comes with a lineage camera, so that is also available. You do have a lot of options here. So I just took a photograph with my Gcam of my motorcycle, and I really am in love with this camera. Gcam just works out really well, so I really like that. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for camera. Now the aesthetics, as I've already said, it does have substratum, it does have extra stuff like color options, and I really like that. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for for the aesthetics of it. Now comes the overall experience. The overall experience has been really great. Now, there is a story behind why I chose this ROM all of a sudden. First thing was, I just came back from my travels, and as I was coming back, I had some issue with my daily driver, which was Zenity. I wasn't able to get VLT. Right now, as you can see, VLT is available, so that does work out really well. I was not able to get that on my Zenity ROM, so I had to flash through other ROMs. I flashed this ROM once. That still couldn't solve the problem. I had to flash a stock ROM. I think it was something to do with the firmware. So I had to flash a stock ROM, and then after using stock ROM, I came back to this ROM. So it works out really well. It's not particularly about the ROM, but I just felt I should let you guys know. But NucleaRom is really good daily driver material. I didn't really think it will be something which I can use as a daily driver, but I was pretty much wrong. I can use it as a daily driver. It does have enough features to keep me entertained, keep me using this for quite some time, and I really like that. It's really cool. Now, someone did ask me to start trying to get GPS fixes on these devices, so I have tested it out. GPS fix is impeccable. It does work out really well. I don't personally use Waze, so I cannot really test that out and at this area, so that's just another thing. So yeah, let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. And also overall experience, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because it just works. I like it. So here is the boot animation for NucleaRom, and a befitting boot animation with the radioactive symbol. I like that. It's pretty amazing. It's smooth. It works. I like it. It's a really good boot animation. And it goes to NucleaRom. Amazing. So there you have it. That is the NucleaRom version 4.0.8. I'm pretty sure this will have a new version by the time I'm starting to edit this. And that is one of my gripes about this ROM, that it doesn't have Delta updates. It should, because of the amount of the frequency that this ROM is updated. It should be having Delta updates because that's just how it should be. So yeah, anyways, overall score is going to be about 6.86. I'm going to give it a 6.9 out of 10, which is a great score for a great ROM. And I really do think this is a great ROM for a daily driver. Battery life is kind of lower, but compared to other ROMs in this category, but that is not much of an issue when you are getting so much for this ROM. So I really do like that. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Then hope you guys liked the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.